Hi everyone, good morning. Hope you're all doing well on this lovely Friday morning. It's a little rainy here in Toronto, but otherwise things are doing okay. Hope you all having a great day so far. Hey Allison, we have a 60-minute moto practice today. No equipment required, nothing that you guys need except for your mat, some water. I've been really enjoying my Shavasana like with a towel or a pillow underneath my head lately. I'm really enjoying this yoga from home. I get very relaxed and comfy. So if you do have a towel that you want to put under your head, it sometimes makes Shavasana a little bit more extra squishy and good. So we got a 60-minute practice coming up. I'll give everyone a moment to join, and then you can find your way onto your mat. You'll be on your back in Shavasana, legs out long, arms out long beside you. Your head is towards the top of your mat, and we're going to take a few deep breaths here all together. Alrighty, I'm going to turn off the comments just so everyone has a chance to see everything perfectly. Make your way down onto your mat if you're not yet there. A few deep breaths here all together. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Closing your eyes gently, just arriving here in this moment. Letting go of the week, letting go of everything that's going on outside of your home right now. And just showing up on your mat. Just taking note of any storylines going on in your mind. Just noting them and just putting them on the bookshelf for the next 60 minutes. They'll be there waiting for you when you return. But for right now, just come to your breath. Feel the air coming in through your nose. Feel it enter your lungs. And then in a cyclical fashion, it coming back out. Feeling your belly rise and fall. Shoulder blades into your mat. Just following your breath. Very gently stretching your arms up over top of your head. Zip your legs together. A big morning stretch, deep inhale through the nose, and exhale, letting it go, relaxing your limbs. Inhale again to stretch up nice and long, nice morning stretch, maybe you'll even yawn, and exhale, letting it go. Keeping your left arm lifted, rolling onto your left-hand side body. Staying here for a moment to take a breath. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And all in your own time, coming over onto all fours, tabletop position, hands under shoulder. We'll warm up our spine with a few cat-cows. Inhale, belly drops, chest rise, your gaze comes up. Inhale. Exhale, pressing your back up towards the ceiling. Your gaze comes down. Exhale. Inhale, coming forward. Heart to the sky. And exhale. One more. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale. Finding that neutral spine, stepping back with your right foot and then your left so you're in a high plank, sending your hips high to the ceiling, downward dog. Pedal out your feet here, letting your head just hang. Maybe slightly moving the hips side to side, warming up your joints and your body. And then gently starting to walk to the top of your mat. Your feet will meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shin, long back. Exhale, folding forward, your belly to your thighs, nice bend in your knee, letting your head just hang. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, let it go. And slowly walking your hands up your legs, slowly coming to a standing position at the top of your mat. Hands by your side, Tadasana. Mountain pose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, sweeping the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. Taking a moment here, softening your eyes. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, interlacing your fingers together, pressing down towards the ground, audible ha. Emptying all the air out. Slowly inhale, bring the arms forward and up towards the sky. Your gaze can follow the back of your knuckles, or your eyes can be slightly closed. Exhale, pressing the palms together. Slowly coming back down through heart center. Interlacing the hands together and pressing down. Again, inhale to come up. And exhale. Really trying to extend these breaths. One more here, all together. Nice deep inhale, arms come up. And palms together, exhale. Hands by your side, Tadasana. Hands to your hips, putting all your weight into your left foot. Right knee opens to the right hand side of your room. Using the muscles of your legs, slowly bring your right leg up to the inseam of your left. See where your foot falls. You can then adjust with your hand as needed. Tree pose. When you find your balance, hands to heart center. Soften the eyes. Really rooting down with your left foot, anchoring down into your mat, pressing up and out of that left hip. Your right knee is energetically pulling towards the back of your mat. Your right glute turned on. And find your breath. Let your breath bring this practice inwards. And slowly bring your hands back down to your hips, that right knee forward and back down. Right foot meets the left, switching sides. Opening that left knee out to the left side of the room. Finding the inseam of your right leg. And when you find your balance, hands to heart center. Actively pressing those palms together. Your thumb can root down, attaching to your chest. Finding that connection. Really pressing down to that standing foot. Inhale to lengthen the spine. You're pulling up and out of your hips. And exhale to really land here in this moment on your mat. Beautiful. Hands back to the hips, left knee forward, left leg down to meet the right. Inhale, sweeping the arms up towards the ceiling, grabbing the left wrist with your right hand. Inhale to grow nice and tall. Exhale, slowly tipping over to your right hand side, crescent moon. Every inhale, feel the pulling coming out, up and out of your waist, lengthening of the spine. Exhale, tipping over a little deeper. Left hip shooting out to the left side of your room. And again, finding your breath. Inhale to come up just half an inch. Exhale to deepen half an inch. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale, bending the knees, bending the elbows, switching your grip. Inhale, grow nice and tall, grabbing that right wrist with your left hand. Exhale, tipping over to the left-hand side. It's a beautiful morning stretch. Feeling the opening of your right side body as that right hip shoots out to the right side of your mat. Your feet are evenly planted, weight evenly distributed between both of your feet. Concentrate on your breath. As soon as your mind starts to wander, come back to your breath. Inhale, coming back to center, letting your arms fall down by your sides. Rolling the shoulders back once, and then forward once. Taking your stance to a hip-width distance apart. Inhale, bring the arms forward, palms down, facing towards the earth. Inhale, crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale, sitting back and down if you're sitting in a chair. Shoulders back and down, away from your ears, lighting up your legs. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Coming back to the breath. Try softening your eyes if you can. Inhale, the crown of the head to the ceiling, staying nice and low. Exhale, see if you can sit down but an inch deeper. Chest still proud, shoulders back and down. Inhale, slowly starting to come back up to standing. Arms stay where they are. You gently come up onto your tiptoes. Heels rise nice and high. Find your balance. In your own time, slowly starting to bend the knees forward, keeping the heels raised as high as you can. Not so much about depth in the pose, as much as keeping those heels up nice and high. Yeah. Inhale to stand up nice and tall, knees straighten. Exhale, heels fall to the mat. Arms fall by your side. Take a breath and exhale. Feet together, big toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale, sitting back and down to that imaginary chair. Inhale for the nice long spine. Exhale, twisting to the right hand side, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh, prayer twist. Again, with every inhale, visualize the lengthening of the spine, crown of the head towards the top of your mat. Exhale, twisting up the mid-body. It's like you're wringing out a towel. See if you can get your bum a little bit lower. Yes. You guys got it. And again, finding your breath. Inhale, slowly coming back to center, reaching up nice and tall. Gaze can go up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands back down to heart center, slowly bending down back into that imaginary chair. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, twisting to the left, right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Again, inhale, find length. Exhale to twist. Your heart is opening up towards the ceiling. Call your breath home. Try to take this practice inwards. Inhale, slowly coming back to center, gently rising back up, gaze up, arms up, and exhale, hands down by your side. Inhale the arms up over top of the head, exhale to heart center. Taking a moment here, finding your breath. Inhale, arms up over top of your head. Exhale, sweeping the right arm underneath your left, twist tying at the elbows, palms together if you can. Exhale, sitting back and down into that chair. Inhale to lift the chest nice and proud. Exhale, bringing that right leg over top of the left. Now your toes can either come behind that left calf, or you can have your toes coming down onto the ground for a little bit more support. Also, grabbing opposing shoulders is a wonderful option. Really try to keep your back nice and straight. Visualize that you're actually standing against a straight wall. So no, you don't want to come hunching forward. Nice tall spine, crown of the head to the ceiling. Finding your balance, soften your gaze. Try bringing your forearms away from your face slightly. And to release this side, inhale, right leg over top the left, sweeping the arms down and up over top of your head. Exhale, left arm down, sweeping underneath the right, twist tying at the elbows, sitting back and down. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, left leg over the right. And again, finding that footing, that positioning that works for you. Nice long spine, eyes are soft. Shoulders back and down away from your ears. Come back to your breath. Releasing the side, inhale, left leg over top of the right, back down to center, sweep the arms up, inhale, gaze comes up, exhale, hands to heart center. Tadasana, finding mountain pose, taking a breath, and then bringing your hands to your low back, kind of like you're sitting in jean pockets. Your feet can be about hip width distance apart. Inhale to go nice and tall, strong anchoring legs. Exhale, slowly starting to arch backwards. Your heart is going up towards the ceiling the entire time. Your legs are turned on, your glutes on. Try closing your eyes if that feels good. Here for 2 more breaths. Slowly come up the way, exact same way you went down, hands by your side. Top of your mat, feet still about hip width distance apart. Slowly hinging over, hands meet the ground. Slight bend to your knee. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, hands to shins. Exhale, hands reaching down to the ground, bend to your knees. That right leg shoots out to the back of your mat. High up on the tiptoes, so you're in a low lunge. In your own time, your hands will come to your left thigh, finding your balance. And then your arms can sweep out long beside you, palms down towards the ground, runner's lunge. You're high up on your right tiptoes. Nice deep lunge in your left leg. Weight is coming into your left heel. Your arms are active and engaged, palms down towards the ground. Yes. Finding your breath. Without moving any other part of your body, slowly start to sweep your arms forward and up. Your gaze can now come up towards the ceiling. Shoulders away from your ears. Inhale to reach up nice and tall, straightening that left leg. Exhale, planting that right heel down on the ground, opening up to warrior 2. Adjust your stance as needed. You may need to go a little bit wider or a little bit shorter. Find that deep lunge in your left knee, arms out long. Shoulders away from your ears. Try closing your eyes or softening the gaze. Both feet are rooted down into your mat, anchoring you to this moment. Upper body is light. Inhale, straightening the left leg, arms go straight up towards the ceiling, gaze will follow. Exhale, reclaiming your warrior two. Again, inhale to straighten, gaze comes up. Exhale, warrior two. Twice more. Inhale and exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale to land and stay. Flipping your palms open, thumbs to the ceiling. Slowly starting to come forward for a bent leg triangle. Your left hand can either rest on your left thigh or it can kind of come down to touch the outside of your calf. You really want to think about reaching up towards the ceiling rather than finding depth in this bent leg triangle. Really actively reach for the ceiling as you gaze up towards the sky. Inhale, coming back to warrior two. Exhale to stay. Hands to your hips, straightening that left leg, pivoting the toes towards the side of your mat, adjusting the stance as you need. Inhale to grow nice and tall. Exhale, slowly starting to hinge at the hips, flat back, wide-legged forward fold. Your hands can come down onto the mat in front of you, letting your head just hang. Nothing holding you up right now. Come into your breath. Feeling the stretch up the backs of your legs. And slowly walking your hands to the top of your mat, pivoting your toes so they're both facing the top of your mat, bending that back right knee, springing forward to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the hands back down onto your mat. Left leg shoots out long to the back of your mat. Low lunge. In your own time, hands to your right thigh. And then sweeping your arms out long beside you, runner's lunge. Really finding that nice lunge in the right knee, the right leg. You guys got it. Coming back to your breath. Notice where your thoughts are right now. If they're starting to wander, come back to the breath. Visualize the inhales. Visualize the exhales. Slowly sweeping the arms up towards the ceiling. Gaze can follow. I love this one. Staying here for a moment, softening the shoulders, then planting that left heel down, opening up to warrior two. Again, adjusting the legs as needed. Finding that nice deep lunge in the right leg. Arms shoot out in opposite directions. Your gaze can come forward just beyond your right fingertips, or try closing your eyes ever so slightly. Find the strength within you, the power that this pose can feel. And then bringing movement with breath. Inhale, straightening that right leg, arms up towards the ceiling, gaze follows. Exhale to open wide, back to warrior two. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, look up. Exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, land in warrior two. Your weight is evenly distributed between both of your feet. Flipping your palms open, thumbs to the ceiling, tipping forward, bent leg triangle. And again, really actively reaching up with your left hand towards the ceiling. Your heart is opening up towards the ceiling. You have this twist in your mid-body. Just kind of like how we did in prayer twist. Feel that twisting, that wringing out of the organs, mid-body. Inhale, coming back to warrior two. Exhale to stay. Hands to your hips, straightening that right leg, pivoting the toes towards the other side of your mat now. Inhale to go nice and tall. Exhale to tip forward. Again, hands can reach down onto your mat, letting your head just hang. Just coming back to your breath. Slowly, in your own time, walking your hands to the top of your mat, pivoting your feet so they're all facing the same direction, top of the mat, bending that left knee, springing forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Again, bending your knees as much as you need to, belly to your thighs, letting your head just hang. And slowly and gently, hands to your shins, walking your hands up your legs. Slowly bring yourself back up to standing at the top of your mat, Tadasana. Taking a breath here. Finding the way to the center of your mat, left leg forward, high up on your right tiptoes. Inhale, going nice and tall, crown of the head to the ceiling. Exhale, slowly hinging at the hips. Your right leg comes out long behind you. You're slowly starting to hinge into a giant capital T position for toppling tree. Your arms can shoot out long beside you, just like we did in runner's lunge. Palms down towards the mat. Finding your breath. And if you fall out, just come right back in. Slowly starting to rise your chest back up. Your right leg comes down onto the mat, hands by your side. Opposite leg. Right leg forward, left leg back. Inhale, nice and tall. Keeping that nice long spine the entire time. Slowly starting to hinge forward. Bring that left leg out behind you. Then arms can come down by your side like we did before, or if you want to shoot them forward, biceps beside your ears for warrior three, great option as well. Really trying to anchor yourself with your right foot into the mat, so you're pulling up and out of the right hip. Slowly returning that left leg to meet the right, hands down by your side, breath here. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, rolling them back and down. Bring the arms up over top of the head, releasing the right arm down, grabbing the inside of your right foot. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, kicking as hard as you can into your back foot. When you can't kick any harder, slowly starting to hinge forward. Actively keeping that kick going the entire time. Focusing on your breath. Softening the eyes. Inhale, slowly coming back up to center, releasing the arm and leg down. Inhale, both arms up over top of the head, Releasing the left arm down, picking up the left foot from the inside. Again, inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, kick as hard as you can. And then slowly starting to hinge. Just try finding one point on the wall in front of you to keep your gaze focused. And slowly coming back to center, releasing the arm and leg down. Hands to your hips, weight into the left foot, opening that right knee out to the right hand side one more time. Bring the sole of the foot to the inseam of the left leg. Hands can either come to heart center, or you can do something a little bit more creative, arms up towards the ceiling if that feels good. You can also cactus your arms, interlace your hands behind your back, whatever feels right in your body today. Slowly bring your hands back down to heart center, and then to your hips. Right knee forward and down, switching sides. Left knee out, left foot inseam right leg, and then finding what you want to do with your hands today. See what feels right. Still actively and energetically pulling that left knee towards the back of your mat, rooting down through your standing leg. Bring your hands back down to heart center if they're raised up, and then to your hips, left knee forward and down, mountain pose. Take a nice deep inhale here, and exhale, grounding yourself to your mat, coming back to this moment, noticing what stillness feels like in your body. And then grabbing a sip of water if you need it, slowly make our way back down onto our mat for mid-shavasana. Your head to the top of your mat, your legs out long. Finding your breath here. Just taking notice of what the stillness feels like right now. After all the movement and strength from the standing series. Noticing what the air feels like coming in through your nose. And does it feel differently as it exits? Keeping the left leg straight, bending the right knee in towards your chest, interlacing your hands on your right shin, wind relieving pose. So your left leg is still active here, nice and long. Every inhale, feel the broadening across your chest, and every exhale, pulling your knee in towards your chest. You can also find some little micro movements of your right knee kind of moving left to right, more so towards your center chest, and then kind of towards your right armpit, just to see if that stretch feels different, if it's better or worse. And then always just try to find a sweet spot of where it feels good in your body today. Releasing that side, right leg out long, bring the left knee in towards the chest. Hands on the left shin. Inhale, broadening across your chest, shoulder blades anchored into your mat. Exhale, pulling the left knee in towards your chest. Yeah. And then if you want to try those little micro movements side to side, see what it feels like. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Releasing that leg, bending both of your knees, soles of the feet flat down onto the ground. Bring the right leg straight up towards the ceiling, pointing the toes out towards the right hand side of the wall, then crossing your right ankle over top of your left thigh. Then thread the needle. Now you can either stay exactly like this, or you can interlace your hands behind your left thigh, pulling that left knee in towards your body. For a nice glute stretch. Your right foot is flexed, that right knee energetically pulling towards the back of your mat. And again, just like the last pose, inhale to feel the broadening across the chest. Exhale, pulling the knee in towards your body. And again, for some little micro movements, you can actually try moving your left knee towards the left-hand side of your mat, just to see if you feel that the stretch a little bit deeper on your right glute. And in these stretches, your mind can start to wander a little bit. Totally normal, totally okay. Just try to come back to your breath, come back to this moment. Just tell those thoughts that you'll be with them in a little while. But for now, you just right here in this moment. Just notice where you're feeling the stretch in your body. If you're closing your eyes, try to visualize a picture in your mind of where you're feeling the stretch. And releasing this side down, left foot and right foot flat down onto your mat. Straightening that left leg up towards the ceiling, toes kind of point to the left-hand side of the mat. Bringing the ankle over top the right thigh. And then interlacing your hands behind your right thigh. Inhale, shoulder blades down onto the ground. Exhale, gently pulling that knee in towards your body. Left foot is flexed, left knee energetically pulling towards the back of your mat. And then this can either be enough of a stretch for you today, or you can find that little micro movement. A little bit moving the right knee towards the right side of your mat. Just to see what it feels like today. And if your eyes aren't closed, you can try closing them ever so slightly and gently. Feeling the stretch in your body, noticing where you're feeling it. And releasing this side down, soles of the feet flat down onto your mat, knees bent, about hip width distance apart. Palms of your hands flat down onto your mat. Gonna inhale through your nose. Exhale, pressing down into the soles of your feet, lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Now you can either stay exactly right here, or you can interlace your hands underneath your back body for a little bit more of a stretch. Or you can even go up onto your tiptoes for a little bit more as well. Really sending your hips up towards the ceiling. back to your breath. And then gently releasing your arms from underneath your body. Your heels come down onto the mat and slowly lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Your legs can come out long, taking a breath here. Then in your own time, rolling over onto your front body. Your hands will be down by your side, making little grasshopper wings, pulling the elbows in together and in towards your body. Tops of the feet flat down on the mat. They're actually pressing down so firmly into the mat that your knees raise up off the mat. You're going to inhale to lift the chest. Baby cobra. You can even try lifting the palms of your hands up off the mat as well. Again, focus on your breath. Your gaze is forward towards the top of your mat. And then bring your arms out long behind you. Chest stays lifted, interlacing the hands together. Knuckles pull towards the back of your mat. And slowly raise both legs up, zipped up nice and close together for full locust. Again, trying to raise the feet up a little bit higher if you can. And slowly releasing that down. And put your head onto your hands, forehead to hands. And gently walk the hips out side to side if that feels good. And then bending the knees, grabbing on either to the tops of your feet or onto your ankles. Inhale to lift the chest up off the mat. Exhale, lifting the legs, kicking the legs as hard as you can, just like we did in dancer's pose. So your thighs may come up off the mat as you kick, kick, kick as hard as you can. Stay with your breath. And slowly releasing that down. Again, forehead to hands. Taking a breath. And then palms of the hands flat down onto the mat, pressing your hips back, child's pose. Big toes together, your hips fall onto your feet, forehead to mat. And gently rock your forehead side to side. And then walking your hands slowly to the right hand side of your mat. A little bit deeper stretch in the left side body. And then walking your hands back through center, over to the left. Still sending your hips into your feet. Palms pressing down into the mat, so it's an active stretch. And hands come back to center, pulling yourself forward to tabletop position, curling your toes under, hips to the ceiling, downward dog. We haven't been here for a while, so you may want to pedal out your feet a little bit, shake your hips side to side. Kind of do what feels good. Letting your head just hang. I'm going to inhale, ripple forward to a high plank. Exhale, dropping down onto the knees, tops of the feet flat down on the ground, lowering all the way down, chest to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra, tops of the feet pressing down. Exhale, coming through tabletop, back to a downward dog. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, waving forward, high plank. Exhale, top knees down, lowering halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, heart to the ceiling, knees raised. Exhale, pressing back, downward dog. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, coming forward to high plank. Exhale, lowering down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, pressing back to downward dog. Take a breath here. Exhale, let it go. And then choose which option you like. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, and exhale, pressing back. We'll do one more all together. Inhale, coming forward to high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, half upward dog. And exhale, pressing back, downward dog. Pedal out the feet. Do what feels good. And slowly coming back down onto your knees, pressing back to child's pose. If your shoulders are getting tired, your arms can come out long beside you towards the back of your mat. Taking a moment here, 2 more breaths. And then palms to your mat, coming through a tabletop. You're going to bring your knees to the top of your mat, right knee to right hand, kind of left knee to right hand-ish. Your big toes are together, going into sleeping hero. Your hands will come behind you just to raise your glutes up and let them settle back down. And then you're slowly starting to lower yourself backwards, just until you feel the stretch along the front side of your body. As soon as you feel the stretch, you can stop and take a few breaths. Try not to just rush into the pose. Try taking your time, letting your breath lead you. And then if you are feeling that you want more of a stretch, you can lower down onto your elbows, or even all the way down onto your back. And again, just finding your breath. As soon as this one starts to hurt or feel uncomfortable, sometimes we like to kind of get out of it as quickly as we can. Try just kind of raising back up. It's like staying in it today, if you can. Kind of like when life gets uncomfortable, what do? Do we run away and try and get out of the situation or the pose? Or do we stick with it? Focusing on your breath, closing your eyes slightly. Invigorating inhale and a cleansing exhale. And slowly coming back up the exact same way you went down. Knees together, hands to your thighs, taking a breath here. And coming up onto your knees. Your knees will be about hip-width distance apart. Hands to your lower back, just like we did in our first back bend of the day. Elbows ever so slightly pulling together. Inhale to grow nice and tall. Exhale, slowly starting to arch back. Your heart is going up towards the ceiling. And again, finding your breath. Inhale, coming back up slowly, sitting back onto your heels. You may feel a little bit of dizziness after that pose, totally normal. Just close your eyes and take a breath here. And staying for as long as you need in this position. And then when you're ready, palms to your mat, stepping back with your right foot and your left, hips to the ceiling, downward dog. Raising the right leg high towards the ceiling. Exhale, right knee to right wrist, letting the shin fall. Your left leg goes out long and straight behind you. Tall pigeon. Try staying here for 4 to 5 breaths today. Just letting your body settle in, not rushing anything, We've got all the time in the world. Just closing your eyes ever so gently, softening your breath. And if you're in Toronto, you may hear the rain starting outside. And in your own time, you can slowly and gently start to melt your body forward. Maybe coming down onto your forearms first. Just hanging out here for a few moments. Or you can come all the way down, chest towards the mat. And just noticing where you're feeling the stretch. Is it the outside of your right hip? Or are you feeling it more maybe in your left hip flexor today? And then just playing around with those ever so micro movements of the hips. Side to side, maybe forward and back. When I go like a millimeter forward, I feel it a lot more in my left hip flexor, and it feels great. So just playing around with it until it feels right in your body for the stretch that you're looking for today. Taking note of your thoughts, and where are they right now? Just pushing them aside very gently and coming back to this moment. You have a stretch in your hip, maybe in your glute a bit. Feeling your hip flexor opening up. The air coming in through your nose with every inhale. And then back out. Closing your eyes and letting your breath bring your practice inwards. Savoring these breaths. And every day, your pigeon pose may look different, may feel different. Totally normal. Some days it feels great, like you could just stay here for 10 or 15 minutes. And then other days, 20 seconds feels like hell. So just noticing what you're feeling today. No judgment about it either way, just noticing. And slowly bringing the palms of your hands back down onto your mat, curling your back toes under, really engaging your abs and your core, coming back up to a downward dog. Maybe pedaling out your feet here. Letting the blood flow back into your legs. And then lifting the left leg high behind you. Left knee towards left wrist, letting the shin fall. And then the right leg out long behind you. And again, try staying here for 4 to 5 breaths. Letting your body settle in. And I can already tell this side feels much different than my right side. And that's okay. We're not symmetrical. Letting your shoulders fall away from your ears. And again, in your own time, slowly bringing your chest down towards your mat, just to where it feels right today. It may be different than yesterday. It might be different than what you do tomorrow. Just where the stretch feels good today, in this moment. And again, just playing around with those micro movements of straightening off the hips, coming forward ever so slightly to feel it in the right hip flexor. Noticing your breath. through any discomfort. Planting your hands back down onto your mat, curling your toes under, downward dog. If you want to do one more flow, here's the great time to do it. And then when you're ready, after you've done one or two flows, we'll meet in a seated position. In a comfortable seated position, whether it's on your knees or cross-legged. Kapalabhati breathing. I'm going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. The inhales will happen automatically. It'll be nice, forceful exhales as your belly snaps towards the back of your spine. I'm going to inhale to prepare and begin. Five, four, three, two, one. Let it all out. Inhale through the nose. Nice deep exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up over top of your head. Exhale to heart center, bowing your chin ever so slightly. And then again, in your own time, making your way into your final resting position. Your legs will be out long, head to the top of your mat, arms out long beside you. Shoulder blades sinking down into your mat. You staying in Shavasana, taking this moment for yourself. Coming back to your practice, focusing on your breath. And the joy of a home practice is that you get to stay in Shavasana for as long as you want, as long as you need. Just staying with your breath, with this moment. Trying to relax your face and relax your jaw. Maybe parting your teeth. And staying here on your mat for as long as that you need today. I had a lovely time practicing with you all today. Namaste.